Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
You know, you broke the news earlier that Christmas is just a couple weeks away.
Yeah. Sneaking
right
up
up.
on us. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And in the spirit of Christmas,
Oh, there is a spirit.
there is the spirit of Christmas.
Uh-oh.
And Scooter got some of these, not so much the other day. So you mentioned Santa Claus, but do you know where ginger men sleep? On cookie sheets.
I was just going to say cookie sheets because I used that one the other day.
Oh, did you? Okay, so we missed the horns.
You don't watch either?
We missed the horns. I do sometimes. Well, no, because they had to fix my antenna.
Those are the best, those Cajun jokes. That's what they come off of. Those are the best.
And what do snowmen eat for breakfast?
Yeah. Frosted Flakes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And what does a gingerbread man use when he breaks his leg?
Now, that one I don't know.
A candy cane.
A candy cane.
Candy cane.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. I thought he was reaching for his horn again.
What happened to the bell? You used to have a bell for Christmas.
Oh, he has it, but he downsized.
Oh, did
it. See,
Oh.
now it's a jingle bell and not a cowbell.
Well, it should be a jingle bell for Christmas. Something a little higher and lighter. Christmas.
okay.
It's Christmas.
He's getting into this.
It's Christmas,
I like it.
dude. I've been to a few Christmases over the.
70-something years. Right?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Have you been to any closings lately?
Yes, actually, we've been to several this week and another one today. It's like everything got jammed up at the end of the year. And now people they all want to get closed before Christmas now.
Try to have
So
their
we're trying to get
Christmas in their new home.
our closing companies to get things done, and they've all done a very good job. Very, very good job. Closing companies here are fantastic, and they all do whatever they can do to help get the job done. So, but yeah, it was kind of strange the way it all worked. It's been a strange year anyway, but everyone's different, you know. Every year is different. For the 17 years I've been doing this, it's been different challenges, different.
It can't always be a cakewalk.
Oh no, and nor should it be, because if then anybody thinks they can do it, and they think that it's just there's nothing to it. Drive people around in a fancy car and collect a big fat check, which we had somebody tell us. It's like, really? Okay. No idea what goes on.
No.
No.
It's all the behind the scenes stuff.
And it really is. That's where the things happen. That's where the magic happens, is behind the scenes. The things that the clients never have any idea what's going on with. And we've become a society of I want what I want when I want it, and trying to make that happen is the challenge for things.
Yeah, and the different rules and regulations and all the extra paperwork and all the stuff that they've just complicated it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
It's not the buyer and
there's
the
other
seller that's
people
complicated.
right?
It's everybody in
because
between.
it's the other people. There's a lot of other people involved in this. Your appraisers and the closing companies, the banks, a guy who's going to come out and do the inspections, the repair guys to repair whatever it is with the inspections, or if you're going to buy them out of the inspection and say, look, it's going to cost this much money to get this stuff fixed. If you want to close by this time, take the money, hire your own guy, which I'm always a big fan of. You hire your own guy to do your repairs, so that if something comes up with it later, you cheaped it up or something like that. So I'd rather have the client
Take the allowance.
take the allowance and then go from there. Give them the credit at closing. Much easier.
In the mid-'80s, it was, if you were listing a home or a business, it was 2 sheets of paper.
Oh yeah, yeah,
If you were listing a piece of property, it was one sheet of paper.
yeah. It's
Done.
14.
And it was on the home, several little blanks would have as is, where is. No inspections, it's as is, where is.
Yeah.
That's mid-'80s.
And that was good that part changed, especially for like inspections and things like that. And you can say it's as is, where is, but you still got the right to inspect it, to find out why it is they don't want
Why
to do
is
it.
it
Because
as
sometimes,
is?
because I've got one that's going to go today actually, and mom died, and the son's never lived in the house. He doesn't know, and some things came up on the inspection. And he had no idea. Well, obviously, Mom had no idea. She doesn't get up in the attic or down in the crawl space or anything, and just didn't realize that some of these things were going on. So, inspections are a good idea. You know, we don't. If you don't want to get a house inspected, if you're one of our clients, and I got a sheet that you sign saying Bob said to get an inspection, and I don't want to. So that a year from now, something comes up, and they go, "Oh, I didn't know. You didn't tell me." Yeah, I did tell you. Here's the thing you signed saying Bob said to get an inspection. It's gonna be like the best couple $100 because you just want to make sure.
Yeah.
And not everything is deal breakers. That's something that we run into. People want everything fixed. Well, some of it's just deferred maintenance. Some of it's just they're making you aware that there's a couple little stress cracks in the bricks. As long as they run down the brick line, that's just drought and too much rain at one time, and the earth moves. It's that structural, especially for the bricks, because they're on the outside of it anyway. They're all just a facade.
Right.
They're not holding anything up. But people, oh, I want this fixed, I want that fixed, it's like,
I want the bedroom painted.
we've had that. I want the door, I don't like the door, the front door. And, you reach a point where it's like,
being
this is
ridiculous.
not just not going to work. If you don't like the house, then you should have said that in the beginning and moved on. And that's why they're all challenges, and that's why you get paid what you get paid, and you do the work that you do to try to make both sides happy. Whether you've got both sides or not, you're still trying to make both sides happy. Because if you've got the buyer, you want the seller at the end of the day to be happy too, because you want them to sell it and have a good experience as well. And it's part of what we do as realtors and the code of ethics and all of the things that we do to try to promote good business practices. That's a good thing.
Is there still a buyer agent, seller agent, and a dual agent?
Yeah. We still do that here. It works. The dual agency works pretty well for us generally, because if we do that, Linda will take one, and I may take the other side, or Darlene may have one, and we can do that within there. So there is some, on paper, it's not. You're both the same. You're both doing the same thing, but in reality, we're not. And we've had some heated discussions about some of these things and some of the things like that, repairs, what's going to be repaired and what's not going to be repaired, and how it should be done, things like that. Trying to just do the best for your client, no matter who it may be. That's what we do. I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
It's worked out. It's worked out well for us. It's worked out well for our people. We get people that call us that we dealt with years ago, and they'll call up and you helped me with this, or we had a guy who we had been out to look at his house to give him some ideas of what he needed to do to sell it. That was 10 years ago. And he just never, his circumstances were such that he ended up staying in there. And then he had something happen, and he called us up and said, "Okay, I need a new house."
Who are you?
And well, it really wasn't. He told us who it was. And I says, "You had," and a thing that was specific to him. And he goes, "Yeah." He says, "That's why I wouldn't call anybody else." So that's cool. That makes you feel good.
Sure. Let's take a look at your numbers.
This week in real estate, there were, there it is, 46 new listings came on the market, 4 commercial properties, 4 parcels of land, 36 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $17,000 to $750,000. There were 34 sales, a commercial property, 8 parcels of land, 25 homes sold. They range in price from $30,000 to $584,000. The average sale price this week was $256,000 with 78 days on market. There were 6 properties expired coming into the end of the year. That's about right. There were 28 residential price changes, and none of them were increases. Currently, we have 392 homes on the MLS. So we were at 70-something 2 weeks ago, and now we're at 390. We're moving up there. Year to date, for 2024, there's been 1,076 homes have sold. The average sale price is $242,000 with 90 days on market. Last year, there had been 1,036 homes that sold with an average sale price of $228,000 with 85 days on market. I went back for 2022. There had been 1,136 homes that sold with an average sale price of $222,000. In 2021, there had been 1,267 homes that sold with an average sale price of $200,000. 2020, there had been 1,224 homes sold with an average sale price of $172. And in 2019, the year before COVID, there was 1,106 homes sold, 131 days on market with an average sale price of $149. So kind of gives you an idea of how the market has exploded price-wise, and it's supply and demand. Now we're starting to get a little more supply in the chain here, so we'll see how the if prices level out, if they drop a little bit.
What do the interest rates look
Interest
like right
rates
now?
are down. They're in the. Chris has got some letter I got from a note I get from Chris Nassari every week. He's down in the high fives, low sixes. Some of the VA loans and the FHA loans, they're in the high fives. So it dropped a little bit. People are like, well, I'm going to wait till it gets back in the threes. And I tell them that you don't want that to happen, because if that happens, something else is going desperately wrong with the economy. Mm-hmm. And because that's what they dropped that far, because things were bad because of COVID and such. So, and the houses will get scarfed up and the prices will go up so high again. Mm-hmm. They'll jump like they did this in a 5-year period. That's a big jump. Big jump.
So what do you tell the person? So, I think I'll just wait.
I would tell you to buy now and refi if they drop down. You can always refi. If you're not living your best life because you're waiting to see what's going to happen, it's all going to pass. You're going to miss the best part of your life. If you're trying to raise kids, if you're trying to, get a dog, you're trying to get out of mom's basement, whatever the case may be, get on it and try to get. There's nothing like the satisfaction of owning something like that. It changes your life. It changes your perspective on life. It changes a lot of things, your responsibilities. And to have that pride of home ownership is a big part of growing up. I'll do it that way.
What do you say to the first-time home buyer that's been waiting and waiting and waiting for things to come down so they can?
Well,
afford them?
there's more and more lower-priced homes that are coming on, and so you may not get everything with granite and stainless for your first house. That's kind of the way it's always worked, where you buy a starter home and you fix it up and you turn it into something better, and then you turn that over and you build some equity in it and you sell that one and you buy your next house. Then maybe you have granite, but not stainless yet, and you fix that house up. You paint it, you do the gardening, you get it fixed up, build some equity in it. Then that house, maybe your third house, you got the granite and stainless.
When you're newly married and have just one little one, there's no such thing as a forever home.
No. And you shouldn't think of it that way at all. We thought when we moved here that it was our forever home. And this is our third one. Now this one, I'm going to stay in this one. I know I'm staying in this one because I can't give up what I got. But we had looked at that briefly. And I sat down and slapped myself and said, "What are you, goofy? This is just, it's got everything you want." We built it with the concept of being able to age in place in there. Mm-hmm. Everything's on one level, all 36-inch doors, wide hallways, that type of stuff that you can get around and do it then.
How do they get you?
Get my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retire2arkansas.net. The cameras are on the right-hand top side of the right-hand of the page. You can take a look at that. The whole MLS is on there. The different events that are going on are on there. There's a lot of other information. There's over 500 testimonials of people that have taken the time to send us a note and say the Z Team's the best thing you could do. So, but give her a call. It's all starts there. 870-405-0793.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora. We'll be back in just a bit.